I'm Rioo.
This is my assistant, Lenny. Rioo, we are speaking in English.
Ha ha ha, you're right. This time, we were contacted by a person who is very popular overseas, and when we talked to him, he asked me to send out a message to the whole world, so I decided to speak in English. His name is Pop Smoke.
Wow, you're a big guy.
So please take your time. First, let's start with the history of Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was born on July 20th, 1999 in Brooklyn, New York, USA. He started his music career in 2018 and became famous in 2019 with the hit song Welcome to the Party and signed with Republic Records.
It's amazing how much he has achieved in just 1 year of his music career.
By the late 2010s, he became one of Brooklyn Drill's leading artists. He released his debut mixtape it.We in July. In February 2028, he released his second mixtape it.We 2, which reached number 7 in the US. 2 weeks after its release, Pop Smoke was shot by a home invasion robber in Los Angeles, where he was staying and died at the young age of 20. His debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was released posthumously in July 2020 and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. All 19 songs on the album charted on the Billboard Hot 100.
I am not very familiar with hip-hop, but I have heard of them, so I am sure he was popular. Was he only 20 years old? He was only 20 years old, wasn't he?
Yes, that's right. Now, let me introduce my conversation with Mr. Pop Smoke.
Nice to meet you.
Mr. Pop Smoke contacted me in a state of low spirits. To put it bluntly, Mr. Pop Smoke, you were attacked and killed in Los Angeles, where you were staying. Do you remember that? I asked. Quietly, I asked, am I dead? He replied in a hushed voice.
Are you saying that you were unaware of your own death?
That's right. I think it happened so suddenly that Mr. Pop Smoke was in a state of confusion. If you came to see me, then you must have something to tell me. Can I take it that you have something to tell the world about the attack? I asked. He nodded quietly. Mr. Pop Smoke went on.
It wasn't just an attack. You know.
Yes, isn't that suddenly a shocking statement?
That's right. I was surprised too. I'm going to ask Mr. Pop Smoke about the truth of his statement. I asked him about it.
I've been special since I was born. There was an aura around me. Of course, some of them have become friends, but most of them are just jealous of me.
Are they Yakuza?
The Yakuza are Japanese. I'm not sure, but they're probably gangsters.
What gangs? It's like something out of The Godfather.
Are you saying that these people were trying to kill you? I asked.
Yes, I was. Those guys and I were in trouble. We had a show in New York right before we were raped, and we had to cancel it,
said Pop Smoke, his face full of fear.
It's like something out of a movie. But what was the cause of the trouble?
That's right. It was hard to ask these questions since I was quite exhausted, but I thought it was necessary to reveal the truth. There is a rumor in some media that Mr. Pop Smoke was a member of the gang. Is this true? And if so, do you think there is a connection between the name and this incident? I asked. Then Pop Smoke looked down and became silent. Now that Pop Smoke had shown up, I knew she wanted to tell me something. I apologized to he, thinking that I had asked too many questions.
You're asking too many questions at once. You have to be careful.
You're right. I've reflected on that, but Pop Smoke made an unexpected move.
Unexpected?
No, don't apologize. I don't know how much I should tell you. I've been thinking. I'm not as talkative as I look. When I was a teenager, every day was high risk, high reward. I was on a team before and after that. I don't know if it has anything to do with this case. And even if I did, I can't talk about it here. I can't tell you his name, of course.
It's too much information for such short words. What do you mean by high risk, high return? Could it be that he was selling drugs? Or was it robbery? And the fact that he had once been in a gang was too shocking a statement. But why didn't he tell me his name? I'm getting dizzy just thinking about it.
Hey, you're confusing me. In the gangster world, snitching is illegal. I think he's still following that rule even after his death.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice. No, wait, that's the law. If you tell us the name of the gang, we might be able to arrest the person who ordered the crime.
That's true, but it's the law. Let me back up.
Did they catch the killer after I died?
Pop Smoke mumbled quietly, wiping the sweat from his face. Yes, 5 people have been arrested for their involvement in Pop Smoke's murder. 4 of the men, aged 19, 18, 17, and 15, have been charged with murder, and the 5th, a 21-year-old man, has been charged with attempted murder.
Well, they were that young, weren't they?
He said.
Then as I remembered, he asked me if the I was with was okay. This was the first time I heard what I can call a normal volume of Pop Smoke's voice.
Okay, so you weren't alone when the incident happened. That's worrying, isn't it? So, the girl that was with Mr. Pop Smoke, she's okay?
She was safe, and from what I've heard, nothing was stolen.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, so that means...
Yeah, I guess so. It's fortunate that the people I was with are safe, but if they were robbers, they would have stolen something, right?
I knew it would happen.
That's what I meant. I told Pop Smoke the same thing. And...
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. It wasn't a robbery after all, who was it? Actually, something strange happened that day. The security didn't respond. That's when I felt like I had it all figured out. Maybe I was going to die, but I still have unfinished business and I want to live. That's what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm doing this.
It was really painful to see you sobbing, and I couldn't stand to watch.
We have to solve the truth of this case, right?
Of course.
That's what I thought too, and I was trying to get his name out of him. But Mr. Pop Smoke...
I can't snitch on him, but I can tell you this. This was not a robbery, it was carefully planned. But one thing I don't understand is how they could have pinpointed his location.
He said,
I can see Pop Smoke's sincere personality in each of his comments. It's true that you can't make plans if your whereabouts are known.
As for that, I think it was probably a post on social media. I was able to pinpoint his location from the post.
Oh, right, it was social networking. I'm sure many people are jealous of Pop Smoke's existence.
That's true. When I told them that my whereabouts had been exposed on social media, Pop Smoke clutched his head and kept silent for a while. However, there was another thing that people resented about him.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah, he was arrested for stealing a 2019 Rolls Royce he rented for a music video, but he posted bail and was out on bail.
I see. What if the person who rented it to him had a grudge?
That's true. Was there any truth to the charge of stealing the Rolls Royce? Maybe the owner had something to do with it? I asked, and Pop Smoke replied,
The Rolls Royce is indeed a symbol of success. Now that I admit it, I was going to make it mine. I don't know if the owner is involved in the case. He's a man in his own right, so it's possible. What's more, what happened after I died?
He said.
Yeah, I have to tell you that.
On July 3rd, their debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was released and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It became a worldwide hit, reaching number 1 in Canada, the UK, Australia, and other countries. In the Billboard Hot 100, all 19 songs on the album charted, a great achievement. Then, Pop Smoke screamed and said,
Oh yeah? So Stephen Victor was instrumental in this? I'm so happy. I'm really, really happy to hear this. I wish I could have experienced it with my own eyes, but I guess I'm a legend now.
I could tell that he was truly happy. I thought it would be better for me to just let you go back to your world without asking any more questions. But I asked the question that I promised to ask everyone. I asked him, Mr. Pop Smoke, do you have any advice for people who are trying to achieve something? I asked.
I see this question as a regular one.
I know what you're doing, and I want you to spread the word, but I want you to do it in English so that people in my country can hear it, not just in Japanese.
Like Mr. Hyde, all the people over there are already familiar with Ryoo's activities. That's why I chose English this time.
One piece of advice, as I found out after I died, I should have spent more time with my friends and family. I hope that's true for people who are trying to achieve something. It's a beautiful thing to be passionate about one thing, but you also need to look back and realize that you may have sacrificed something really important.
Because you are a successful person, you know firsthand the importance of family.
Mr. Pop Smoke continued.
This isn't advice, but if anyone is watching this and has vandalized my grave, please put me back in my place immediately. It's very painful, but I'm glad you're so eager to help me. Thank you very much, but be sure to pay me back.
With that, he disappeared from the scene. The last time I saw Mr. Pop Smoke's face, he was smiling, looking a little embarrassed.
Rioo, this was my first English video. Was it okay?
I hope so. This incident, the culprit was caught, but from what Pop Smoke said, it seems to be true that something happened behind the scenes. I hope that one day it will come to light, and the person who vandalized the tomb. I can only hope that they will put it back in its original place. The gangsters he may have belonged to the people who were jealous of his success, the owner of the Rolls Royce.
Who in the world is involved and where?
Well, let's just leave it at that for now. There were more questions I wanted to ask, but we may meet again, so I'll save it for that occasion.
Rioo has to work harder, right?
Ha ha ha, shut up. That's it for now. If you like it, please comment and subscribe to my channel.
If you don't have anything to comment, Rioo,
Thank you for watching until the end.